Brian, what's up, man?
Man, just glad to be here, man. I'm from Miami, Florida. Grew up in Miami, Florida, and went to prison. That was a trying
Just
time.
from the womb.
To the womb
I was
prison.
born
I was
and then
born
went to
in
As
the
soon as you
state
grew up, you
bred.
went to prison.
I
Damn.
went to prison. You know, I got in with a couple bad people, and like, you know, by 3, I was already getting put in the crib a lot, in the timeout.
The crib, huh?
I got kicked out of preschool. I was always in detention. Then I was in juvie, and then it was like, bam! Now you're gonna do 10 years in prison.
Wow.
Think about it for a little while. And I went to prison, and it grew me up, man. Like made me grow the fuck up, like quick.
So okay, Miami number one.
Right, I know.
And then so obviously did you have both parents, one parent, single mom?
My
Just
parents
you-
got
you
divorced when
kinda
I was
re-
like a couple months old.
Right. So you basically raised yourself, basically the TV.
My mom was there, you know, and then she got remarried. We moved around a lot. My dad, I went to summer with him. He'd be working and shit. Buy me a lot of shit here and there, try to like suffocate, be like, here, son, here goes a go-kart. And I was like, all right, go-kart, cool. And my mom would be pissed off and be like, what about school clothes? And he'd be like, I don't know, I bought him a go-kart.
I bought him a go-kart. He don't need clothes.
He don't
Makes
need
sense.
clothes.
That's what's up.
That's how my dad parented. He was like, all right, look, I'm not gonna get you shit in the way of clothes like that. That's gonna be on your mom, but I'm gonna buy you the Super Nintendo, that go-kart, and like when you're 14, I'm gonna get you a dirt bike so you can break your ankle and like your mom can pay for that shit.
Wow.
I love my dad though. Shout out dad.
Hey, what's
But
up,
my
Dad?
dad bought all the cool shit and let mom do all the like serious
The
parenting.
parenting cool. Well, I mean, sometimes it's like that. At least he was there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, he was there
guess he
like
was there.
summers and winters, and I talked to him a lot. He
So-
tried to come to one of my baseball games one time, and like shit went awry. How they say? I went awry.
Oh, you went awry. Okay.
No, the shit went
Oh,
awry.
the shit went awry,
He
okay.
tried to come to the baseball game and like do the parent thing. Shit went awry. Didn't see him at many games after that.
Okay.
You know
yeah.
those rules where you can't yell at the refs, or
Right.
all that type of stuff. The parents have to
Oh no,
behave
it was more
themselves.
like a parenting issue between my mom and my dad.
Oh.
I'm like sitting there on the sideline, like Dad's here. All of a sudden, like Dad was gone.
Dad was not there.
Shit went awry between the parenting. So they got along and they talked, and you know they made me who I am, brought me where I went, and like it wasn't their fault I went to prison, and then like and prison was one of the best things that ever happened to me, even though it was terrible.
So when was the first time you got in trouble?
Like legal trouble.
Yeah.
I say, man, the first time I ever got arrested was probably like 11 or 12.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, it was like,
Can they even arrest you at 11, 12?
yeah, like depending on.
They just
some
can't
shit.
charge
They
you
got
with.
8-year-old murderers, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did you kill somebody?
No. So like
Okay,
the
all
first
right.
time I got like arrested, they were like, "Come pick him up." Like the very first time
Right.
I actually, me and my friend, for some reason we had like, well, not for some reason we were bored. It was on a weekend, and my mom, like back in the day, back then, you could let your kids roam a little bit.
Right.
So we were
Right.
allowed to go like like a half mile away from the house.
Right.
And there was a school, one that I actually did go to. And me and my buddy, like, we went to that pitch and we were just like knocking over all the benches. We tried to start some fires, broke some
boy
lights.
stuff. Yeah.
You know, like we vandalized the little
wildin'.
school, you know what I mean? And that was fun, you know what I mean? And then we found some like tractors and like them tractor backhoes type shit, those big ass shit that they work on and like clear stuff with. And like we lit some of them on fire and we were like,
Okay, now that's
Boys in their matches and
I'm
lighters.
waiting to see what you got arrested for, and that's okay.
oh, we got arrested for all that.
Yeah.
And,
So
like,
they just like I figured the tractor was like the one though. They were like, listen, you can't.
no,
burn tractors
where
down.
we really got arrested was because we had vandalized the school a couple times and then went back, right? And like the next day or whatever, and went to fuck it up again. And the school resource officer actually was on campus and chased us down.
Oh no way.
Yeah, and like arrested us, dude. And I mean, like there was multiple cops, and they got my friend and like held him down, and then I tried to run off, and like when I went that way, there was another cop cut me off, and I was just like, fuck.
And you were 11.
Yeah, I was like 11.
Okay.
I was like 4th, 5th grade.
So you got arrested. Did you go? You said you went to juvie.
Yeah, but they let my people pick me up that day. I didn't have to do my first 21-day stint till I was like 13.
Wow. So a couple of years later. Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you do then?
Um,
I'm just interested in the kind of, you know.
At that time, like I had started scamming and shit. Like I was already starting to scam, and shit was going awry at home. And like I remember it actually happened. This is how I was like a spoiled brat, I guess, man. My mom was like, "All right, I'm turning off the internet," and I like went ballistic and was like going crazy, and I like threw this fucking bottle through the window, and the neighbors ended up they didn't know what the fuck was going on. I think they thought it was like my mom and my stepdad, and like I threw this like wine bottle like through the window, and bam, like the cops came and shit, and like. They're like the way they interpreted it was they charged my little dumbass with like aggravated assault or
With a
some
deadly
shit.
weapon,
Like,
with a
what
wine
the-
bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have anger issues here, or did you used to?
I mean, I had.
I mean, the Wi-Fi, that seems excessive for Wi-Fi.
I mean, it wasn't even Wi-Fi. That was back when it was dial-up. You know,
That's even
even
worse.
Yeah.
You turn off the dial-up.
Like, so you ended up going to prison. So what?
So,
I mean,
like, I went-
we don't have to have details about
I
what you
went
actually
from
did, but
I went from fucking playing football, you know, and I'll tell you this, I was like a good kid at a part, and it was like I had ADHD. I would fuck up in school for the most part just because I'd get done with my work and be a class clown.
Right.
And then later, my
You actually
friends.
did your work
Yeah.
before you were a class clown.
You just did it faster than everybody
different.
else.
No, I'll tell you real shit. Like, I actually graduated high school when I was 16. I skipped 2 years ahead and got a scholarship. Fucked that up. Because it was like all my friends that we used to play football, you know, slowly we started graduating more to the streets. And then my homeboy over here that never did anything wrong, but he's like my ace, you know. He's like my closest friend. He starts selling weed. We start smoking weed together. Of course, if he's doing it, seems all right to me. You know, then our other friend over here, slowly, gradually, you know, next thing you do when he's selling crack, you know, selling crack must not be that bad because
Right.
he's a good guy. I mean, I'm
quite
another guy.
That's
you
quite a
know.
leap.
Yeah, no, but that's literally how the leap happened. It was
Right.
like one of our friends started
Birds
making
of a
money over
feather.
here.
Right.
Started making money over here, and like, you know, as a kid, you're ingrained that, oh, crack dealers, heroin addicts, all this stuff are so bad. But you become numb to it when the people that you hang around are like actually doing it.
Right.
You're like, man, Tony can't be so bad. Podge can't be so bad. I mean, a fucking heroin and crack must be all right because they're all right guys. You know
Let's
what
do
I mean?
it, yeah.
It's like, you know, they're still living. They're still doing all this.
Ethics among thieves.
Right.
Ethics among thieves.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not like stealing from them and doing
Right.
all this. He's making a little money, and it's like, damn, you know what? I'm over here washing dishes for $8 an hour.
Fuck that
though,
shit.
Paz just made $100 in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's like, damn, you know, we can do it real easy. I mean, goddamn. Next thing you're doing 10 years in prison, learning how to become a man on your own, and then getting out, and then like chasing your dreams, knowing where you fucked up at,
That's what's
trying to
up.
play it smarter.
What year? What time frame? What years was that?
That I went to prison?
Yeah.
So I got locked up when I was 19, and that would have been 2006.
Okay.
And I got out, and like they gave me 10 years. Florida, they give you 85%. I would have did 8.5, but you know, I was an entrepreneur, and when you're an entrepreneur in prison, you're led to sell more drugs. And I got in trouble for doing that. I got another 1.5 years, and like 8.5.
You were
years
selling drugs
closer.
in the jail?
Yeah,
In
I got
prison?
arrested for that shit.
All right.
I learned this the hard way. While you're in prison, you can actually catch an official charge.
Really?
I mean, you would think that you would be immune to like the normal laws of the state.
jail. Let me do my
What are you gonna do? Put me in jail?
Like, how,
I'm already here.
I mean, goddamn, I knew that selling crack to this random person on the street was bad, but I mean, goddamn, fucking Joe Black over
He
here,
ain't going nowhere.
he's like a murderer over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You should let me sell him crack. If he wants crack, he wants crack.
You should be applauding me on how the fact I actually got it in here.
That's right.
Yeah,
You wanna know?
yeah, that pretty much.
Respect my skill set.
I mean, like, they should be impressed. They should just let us go. You know, it should be its own world.
Do they
Martial
ask
law.
you, like, how did you get the drugs in here? Who brought it in here?
Of course they ask shit like that, but I
Like,
mean,
you're gonna tell them?
yeah. So it was actually, they actually gave me 1.5 years over Xanaxes and fucking Roxy's in it. And like, I was just like,
It don't stop.
Don't stop.
I mean, dude, it fucking, that bullshit.
Amazon deliver in 48 hours.
Yeah, man. They were
Same
like,
day delivery.
have you heard about the drone deliveries?
Yeah,
We're
there you
ahead of
go.
this shit, man.
Whoa, that's deep.
That's deep.
I mean, they would catch people all the time, but I mean, it was what it was. That shit taught me a lot and made me who I was.
Were you here in Atlanta, Fed or?
No, I was in
Florida.
Florida.
Florida. Oh, you
Moved
said
all
that.
the fuck
Sorry.
around.
Yeah.
Did my last 3 years like around Fort Myers, like in this little fucking camp right in the middle of the swamps. Fucking sandhill cranes all walking around the compound. Like, it's weird. They'd be inside the compound with us, flying over the fences, and it's like, man, y'all motherfuckers free. Y'all hanging out in the prison though with us.
When you when you finally got out, were you like at a place in your life you were just like, I'm never fucking doing anything, put me back in here?
Absolutely, I was like 100%. That was about 3.5 years ago, and I was literally like, I'm never fucking going back. Never going back. I'm gonna do whatever it takes, you know. Started making all these websites, web businesses, selling camera gear, backpacking gear. I'm DJing. I'm back in my music because everybody was always like, try to structure me, funnel me towards being an entertainer. I'd like try to be a comedian for a little while.
How'd that work out?
Not too good. I didn't really give 100. I didn't like it as much. It turned out that being funny, like on the fly, kind of like just talking amongst us is a lot easier than trying to like put 10 jokes in 60 seconds.
Script everything out.
Yeah, literally like every word. Like it's like, no, you need to have a joke every 12 words. And it's like, wait. And then this last word should end in a k. And you're like, what? Like, and they're like, yeah, kumquat's funnier than banana. And it's like, I guess kumquat is funnier than banana, you know?
I guess there's a method, a system to everything.
Right.
Oh yeah, like say
never
cock,
knew that.
don't say penis. Like,
Right, yeah.
I mean, if you say penis, it's less funny than cock or dick. You know what I mean?
Well, it depends on the joke, because I've heard comedians say penis. It's kind of funny. 'cause It sounds funny.
Comedy.
I mean, maybe with the sell, but just if you're going short, you want to it actually says it in these books that like if you're trying to study, it's like those hard consonants that are like better scripted in those short little 10 words to stick out to where you can get jokes per minute, and then or they call it laughs per minute. So you can, and then you start doing these like add-ons, like where you're already telling a joke, like, and you're like we were talked about the corona, and then it's like, well, Lyme disease, and people already associate, and that was only 2 words, so that's like adds more laughs per minute. It's just like, dude,
instead of saying COVID-19, you say Corona.
I'm just like, fuck that, you know what I mean? Like, that's too much overthinking, and then the shit I'm sitting there thinking about, I done thought about it so much, it's not even funny to me anymore.
Right.
Not even funny.
still
So you're not
gotta
even
be able-
enjoying yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
deliver
like,
the same jokes over and over again.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I got mad respect for like Kevin Hart and all them motherfuckers. Cause I'll tell you this, I can tell the one joke to like multiple people, like everybody I see for like 2 days straight, and then that shit gets old to me to telling it.
Right.
Imagine telling that to some people you done told
on a
it to
tour,
before.
like on a tour.
Or like
you
you're
said
not,
basically the same thing
Every
last
time.
time.
Every time.
well,
you're-
imagine he's got fans that like come to a show multiple times on this tour, and like they're still laughing and eating it up, and he's like, "Dude, I already told you this joke.
You already know the
before.
punchline.
You already know the punchline. How's it still funny to you?"
Right.
Like, and then that would just be like me repeating a story to you. Like, I know that I already told you the story. Now it's frustrating at this point.
Right.
But if you get paid for it, dude, it's fucking great.
I used to listen to Richard Pryor albums over and over, would know the joke and just still crack up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like repeat it with them.
It's
Yeah.
all in the delivery.
Yeah.
And it's the person doing it. I think like Eddie Murphy, like when he did Eddie Murphy
Definitely.
Raw,
Yeah.
you can't, I mean, you can give somebody the same script and be like, okay, do
Oh,
this.
yeah, it'll never be it.
It will never be the same.
Yeah,
Ever.
I
absolutely.
used to think I wanted to be a stand-up comedian
You?
when I was built.
Yeah.
And then
That'd
I
be-
realized
that'd
that would be too much of a distraction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people would be
You
trying
have to do it like the one guy.
Who we talking about?
The big guy that was in, White Chicks.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh, I'm talking about Terry Crews. No, he's talking about doing
Crews.
stand-up.
No,
stand-up.
I'm talking about
but-
stand-up when
yeah,
I was
like-
huge though. He's
yeah.
not. He's like 225.
Listen, he was like-
I'm
Yeah.
talking about being 300.
Yeah,
up
but I
there.
mean, like,
You
still,
know?
like, it would have been funnier if you were like, Damien.
I guess you're right, but what I'm saying is getting to the point where you can get the audience to take you seriously and funny at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
So
it's like they're gonna be
that's
so
funny.
focused on how big you are. You gotta like make fun of like
Right.
that, how big,
Yeah.
and it would be like going out there and you'd be like, yeah. So I was clothes shopping one day, and you just like totally
You take them through that. Yeah.
They get an idea of who you are, and you just flip it around to where it's like, I'm not that person. So like, automatically you being so big, like you'd have to like soften your image,
Right.
like thing, and
Yeah.
be
I
like,
had to do that in life, actually.
yeah, like cats, It'd be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, so I was shopping for this animal, I want something big, mean, and aggressive, and then you just paint, like show them a picture of a cat.
This is what I
Come back
got.
with a kitten.
I got
Come
a
Come back
tiger.
with a kitten.
Like, I want to go get a lion. And come back with a
I
kitten.
really
Like,
wanted
what
a
the fuck
tiger.
happened?
You go out there, you're like, I'm gonna get a tiger, a lion, just a beast of a fucking cat. You
Something
got
that
this
kill me
cat
later.
Like this big.
That's me all day.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Dude, there's more. This is a funny ass fact, man. There's more tigers in Texas than there are in the entire world.
Are you serious?
Because this crazy motherfuckers in Texas buying up tigers, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's a legit. I was like, is that true? I looked that shit up. I was like, that is true.
Wow.
What? yeah, it's Texas, man.
So-
That's a hell of an unknown thing.
It's a wild, yeah, right?
So one time I'm on the run, right? This is through a story, and like I was just like, I wasn't even like seriously on the run. It wasn't that serious, but I was basically skipping town from home, and like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out to California and I'm gonna do this DJ shit. And fucking, I had stopped at this rest stop right in Louisiana, and fucking like went to sleep and parked right there, and actually had a dog with me, my dog, and I wanted to take it with me out to California, and he had been acting funny the whole night. I could smell like his hormonal gland, like he was scared. And I could just smell it in the car, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, getting ballistic. But it's dark out, I don't see anything. We wake up, and literally, we're parked right in front of a cage with a big-ass tiger in it at this fucking gas station in Louisiana. And it's a huge, bad-body tiger. And like,
You didn't see it?
no, I mean, it's dark, and it's like, had this like little
That's why the
thing.
dog's fucking having a heart attack. It's
Yeah.
just a monster sitting right there in front of
Right
the car
there.
all night long.
But I'm like, I'm like half lit, drunk, tired. Like I'd been sleeping in the car driving.
Right.
So I'm not paying attention to this. I'm just like, dude, I gotta go to sleep. So I pull over right there at this gas station, and right on the opposite side of the parking lot is a tiger. And like, I'm telling people this story later. I'm like, dude, and like most people are like, a tiger at a gas
Right.
station.
Is it-
And like literally, there were some people that knew about this place. So I Googled this shit, and it was like a huge deal that this tiger was there. Like people had filed lawsuits against these people. And they actually
no
called him
shit.
Tony the Truck Stop Tiger. And it was this big bad body tiger, and he, R.I.P. Tony.
Louisiana's fucking wild.
wow.
He died. He died like about a year ago, man. But I'm telling you, Tony the Truck Stop Tiger was a real thing. And I happened to pull over
And it
at
scared the
this
shit
place.
out of your dog.
It was scaring the shit out of him for hours. I was a terrible dog owner. I mean, this
That's
motherfucker's
hilarious.
hormonal gland was like on 100. It was like going hard. And like I was literally like, dude, you stink. I'm smoking weed in the car, and
And
I
it
still
still
smell
smells.
this motherfucker.
Wow, that's.
And I'm like, dude, you smell like bad. He smelled like pussy. He was definitely chicken shit. dude. And about this
That's
tiger.
crazy.
And I'm talking
That's
about
terrible.
this tiger looked
terrible.
like a cow. The skin was dragging low, like
yeah.
saggy balls. That's how his
Eating.
skin was.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he had been living in this cage
Right.
for years, his whole life. Eating probably, they're probably feeding him pretty good.
McDonald's and everything.
Yeah, not good, but yeah.
I mean,
Okay, so you
it
saw a
wasn't vegan.
tiger and it's
Yeah, I
scared the
don't
shit
know.
out of your dog, and then you went out to California.
That's
Well,
just a
went out
great
to
story,
California,
period.
man.
I know. I'm like, we could go and wrap it up right now.
Went to
about to say.
California.
No, yeah.
Let's hear more about this tiger. How does
Yeah.
teeth look? And how's that? Dude, that tiger,
Speaking of teeth, I want to hear about the grill. When did you get that?
Oh,
Is that like braces or
yeah, braces
with diamonds in it?
with diamonds, man, because my braces need to have diamonds.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm in Atlanta, and like, I'll tell you that, I love the teeth, man. I love eating pussy, but I love eating pussy with my diamond teeth better, you know?
24 karat.
That sounds like a
ass
T-shirt,
eater.
baby. That T-shirt probably would work in Atlanta, I think.
Like, I feel like I wear I like my teeth, I rock them and stuff. It's like, I'm not gonna put all too much jewelry. I do wear some jewelry, but I'm like, all right, as long as I got the teeth, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't really wanna rock too much. But when I'm eating lobster with two diamonds, it's like, it tastes better. Like, it just tastes like money, I guess. I don't know.
Right, I guess so.
Have you been doing that like your whole life, or is this something new, or
What?
is this part of your entertainment thing, the grill?
All right, so like when I first, my first grill I ever got, I had all open faces before. Then I went to one where it was just all bottom, and then I rocked one for a while where it was just the tips and shit. And I don't know, like a year and a half ago, I switched to the diamonds.
Cool.
I mean, everybody else is doing it, so like I guess I followed the leader. I don't know who the first person.
You don't
to
see
get
it that
done.
often. Do you see it a lot of time? I don't really see it.
Not in person. I've seen it, you know,
Like people trying to,
television or
you know,
video,
do all that.
Instagram.
But you
Yeah,
actually
maybe.
do it out, like you just like part of
Oh, I
your.
rock it all the time.
Yeah, see, that's
I mean, that's my
different.
shit
That's a
every day,
different
all day.
thing.
So like, yeah, with the deep cuts, I like it. I like the deep cuts so I can eat with them fine, you know, everything, and I love it, you know. And I'll probably take them out. I was thinking about switching to turquoise,
Turquoise diamonds.
crushed
How many
turquoise.
hours is that?
I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't
Were
even
you
know.
awake for this when this happened?
Oh yeah, yeah. So it took
a long
like,
time.
so like they do the.
Multiple visits?
But no, they do the molding first. Like they do like get a general idea of what your teeth look like. They give you a mold, and like they work on it for like 2 days, and they call you back in, and then they like really like put them in there with like a little bit of concrete, little molding extra to really get the deep cuts, I guess, and then it just works out, man.
That's deep.
Well, I know it works here in Atlanta. How's it work in LA?
What, the teeth?
Yeah.
Works everywhere.
Does it?
man.
I'm about
Yeah.
to say,
It works better in the small towns, though. Weirdly, you know what I mean?
it's like a whole persona.
You
Yeah,
work-
that's his thing.
It works in
working.
the small town, man. The DJ Nelm Road just doing his thing, man.
So you went to California from you just drove all the way across?
Yeah.
From Florida to California?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, man. Did that. Went out there for like about 3 or 4 weeks. Realized that, you know, I really had my ducks in the order. And went back home. Started going up to North Carolina a lot around my dad. And coming to Atlanta a lot, just DJing, making music, making videos, rapping.
So you actually make music too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the studio 3-4 times a week.
So you make music, you DJ. What else are you doing?
Uh,
Is that your thing? Is
gambling.
that's where your inspiration is? That's
Yeah,
like- that's-
gambling, praying.
You found Jesus in prison?
Fucking, like, I'm doing all the necessities of
Right.
like adulthood, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm
Check out his
quarantining
Instagram.
and chill.
So you got a checklist.
Yeah, yeah.
All
You
right.
check out my Instagram. I post a lot on there. I bring everybody in the door. You know what I mean? It's like a stressful life, you know. I was mostly, I just like to say I just like to have a good time and stay out of prison.
Hey,
There you go.
I like that.
You know
Freedom
what I
is
mean?
great.
For sure, stay out of prison.
Prison, I'm over and done with, and I'm never going back at any cost.
Good for you, man.
Excellent.
At any cost.
How'd you end up in Atlanta?
How did I up in Atlanta? So like this one time I was like, I went for a walk and I was like really, really high. And like I ended up in Atlanta and was like, here
You went
we
for a
are.
walk and ended up in Atlanta.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
long walk.
It was a long,
That's like a
long,
Forrest
man.
Gump kind of a walk, man.
Yeah. Well, it turns out that I was right up the road in like Sugar Hill, so it was like,
And you
Nah.
liked it. You just,
I came down. You know, Atlanta's supposed to be the music capital of the world. I hate to
and
like,
the
For hip hop, yeah.
Yeah.
movies now, too.
Yeah.
yeah, movie, everything's going on,
Entertainment,
popping off. So like, I was already like getting money in North Carolina. Atlanta was like 2 hours away, so just started coming all down and like started DJing, doing shit down here. Met some people, like started kicking some flows, doing all my shit, you know, messing with hoes, playing with my nose, coming out, you know. And then Atlanta
like a-
just
sounds like
chose
a
me,
rhyme
man.
Is
coming
that a
up.
song? Did you just
Give him a beat.
debut a song?
Give me a
Just debut a song?
No, man, dude, Atlanta chose me, man. I didn't even chose Atlanta, you know.
Really?
I was
That's
just
how it
coming.
was for me, too.
Yeah.
I was literally like, I was just coming for a good time to like go to the strip club, you know, and like ball out real quick. And Atlanta just kind of like grabbed me and was like, "Oh,
staying here."
You're here."
This is
And
it.
then it was like, you know, next thing you know, like I'm like, all right. I met this girl that like I'm like feeling like in love with her maybe a little bit or something. And I'm like, bitch, you gotta come here too. So I'm like pulling her too. So like Atlanta's like pulling people to it. You know what I mean?
That's like
It grabs you by the arms and just says, stay.
When I first moved here, it was like 2.2 million. And we're over 8 now, right?
Oh yeah.
Over 8
Oh
million.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of the like top 5 like in the whole country.
When
I
did you
think.
come here?
83, 84. I came here in 83 to visit, and then 84 when I
And you
graduated.
used to live in
I was in Savannah.
Savannah, yeah.
Oh yeah, House Savannah.
It's cool.
Yeah, they
Slow
do.
motion compared to here.
Yeah, they do a real big St. Patrick's Day out
Yeah.
there, don't they?
Yeah.
They just did
I
one,
wonder
right?
if they did it,
They,
though.
they
this
did
time.
it. It was on the
did?
news. They didn't give
did
a
the
fuck.
green and all that.
They
I
didn't give a
figured.
fuck, bro.
Yeah, I thought about going out there just because like I realized I was gonna be off, and I was like, well, Savannah's close. I've always heard Savannah was dope on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Like I've seen.
You know, I never participated. Like
No?
all those years I was there.
You
and
never went
all
to the
those-
thing?
Never.
I always looked for an
Used to
excuse
hear
to
about it
drink
all
and
the
get
time,
fucked
though.
up, though. Like, oh, you just give me an excuse. Oh, so you're saying this is National Women's Prayer Day? I'm out that. Dude. Women should pray too.
I will pray. I will pray with
Let
you.
us pray. Let us pray. Bow your heads. I'm like drinking Jägermeister. I'm like going hard, you know?
Right.
And I probably need to slow down on the liquor. But I mean, I love liquor. I love Maker's Mark and I love motherfucking Bamboo Rum.
Hey.
I haven't been out in forever. What's the happening places in Atlanta these days?
It happening places, man. I'll tell you, the bonfire be popping on Sundays.
Bonfire. Never heard of that.
The bonfire be popping on Sundays. I tell you, on Mondays, you gotta probably. It depends what
Still
day.
Magic City?
Oh, Magic City be turning up, but I tell you, man, Follies and Strokers,
I drove down Buford Highway the other day
Cheetah
because
be lit.
85 was backed up, and I passed by Follies. It was like, I don't know, 3:30 in the afternoon, completely packed.
Are you
I'm talking
serious?
Oh, finally lit.
100. I'm talking about every car, every space was taken. It was insane. I was like, it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock.
I ain't even supposed to be in here tonight.
What's going on?
I mean, I kept it moving, but I was just like, it's still banging like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place has been there for a long time.
I mean,
And it just, I mean,
it picked up recently,
way
man. You
back
got
in
Young
the
Thug
day,
and
I'm about to say,
everybody.
way
Young
back
Thug
in the
and
day, it
everybody
was
done
like,
put it on.
one of the scrub clubs.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
Now it's like a
on
pop
point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's all they talk about in rap right now. You know, you gotta mention Follies. I mean, it's right down Buford. It's doper in there than going into like Pink Pony or some shit like that where you can't smoke weed. You can go in Strokers, you can go in Follies. You can just turn up and do yourself, beat you. You know what I mean? And like, ain't nobody gonna fuck with you as long as you ain't fucking with nobody else. And that's why people
prefer it that
fucks
way.
with it.
Yeah, I
You know
know.
what I mean?
I'm-
And then, you know, like there'll be a
We're
lot of
past
shit.
those days, hopefully.
You party there against like Magic City and Strokers and a couple of places. They all do the thing where like the VIP's really with everybody else. Like there ain't no like separate rooms. It's like everybody's partying together, and it just sets it off different. You know what I mean? We got some pool tables, some place to hang out. Then you got motherfuckers over here throwing like 10 grand right there, and it's like everybody's partying amongst each other. They ain't over here. You ain't got this old rich motherfucker that's like, oh yeah, come here, bitch. I don't want nobody else to see you.
Oh, yeah. You're mine.
You're mine. Let me
So
take
are
it.
you? So you're doing the music thing, and is this how you want to? Like, what's your aspirations there? Like, are you trying to like do your own album? Have you done your own album?
Oh yeah, I've got albums, mixtapes. I'm out here freestyling, kicking flows, doing my shit. You know, I don't know what my aspiration is other than I just don't want to go back to prison, and I want to make a lot of money.
I like those are both
And
good.
I want
Those
to, and
are
I
both
want,
good.
I want to fuck a beautiful woman to the day I die. You know what I mean? And when the bitches start getting ugly, it's like fuck it.
Do you have a beautiful woman now?
I have a very beautiful woman.
All right.
You
Well
know what I mean?
then those 3 boxes.
Tick, tick,
yeah,
tick,
I'm like.
tick,
Seems like you checked off all 3 of those. So
I just got to keep business as usual. You know what I mean?
How old are you now?
33, Jesus' age.
There you go.
Shout out Jesus.
Oh,
Jesus in the house.
it's right about the time it gets good.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I mean, you've done a lot so
They're
far.
about to crucify me
No,
at
I
any
mean,
moment.
if you know it's coming, you can avoid it.
I'm gonna make it to 3:30 if I make it past this.
Avoid
year.
it, man. Don't do it. Avoid it.
Avoid it. Avoid it. Don't believe Pontius. If I see Judas, get him the fuck away.
Get him the fuck away.
I've seen this movie before.
Well, you know, with the virus, you got to do 10 people or less. Can't have 12.
Yeah. Only 10.
Only 10.
Don't
Only
go.
10.
Don't cross the 10, man. It's not
Yeah,
worth
dude.
it.
It's like
Not worth
Two
it.
of
I
them was
know,
going.
I know, dude. It's like it's not even
deny
technically
you
cheating.
anyway.
It's like, babe, listen. I did not have a gangbang with 12 people. There was only 9 of us there. It is not even an official gangbang.
It doesn't count. You're mad for no reason right now.
None of us got corona.
Fuck.
One of them might have mono. I don't know. But that Instagram, when I'm scrolling through and I get your stupid little fucking, like, showing me some, like, wannabe fucking shoes or some shit. And I'm like, fuck you, Wish. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Fuck your shoes.
Like, the Wish be showing some weird shit. You ever looked at
I have
what
no
Wish
idea
has?
what the fuck you're talking about right now.
You don't know what Wish is?
What, I like.
Well,
those-
see, they send you commercials according to your preferences.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck them.
I'm talking about, dude. Yeah, they got some weird shit though, man, for real. And there's a lot of places they show a lot of weird shit, but I get a lot of fucking dumb advertisement. I'm cursing a lot.
No,
No,
man.
this
Bro,
is,
you're in the right circle to
I-
curse all you want.
I'm Jesus'
rated
age. I
R.
gotta do better.
It's, yeah, I mean, you know,
It's time to start thinking about others.
yes. It's time to give back.
I'm not gonna operate my life out of fear.
I like
you know
that.
what I mean? I'll operate out of like wants and needs, but I'm not out of fear. You know what I mean? I will live my life according to wants and needs, no fear, no holding back. If I die tomorrow, I live today.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
is marriage in your future?
I'm married to the game.
Married to
So like you say, you got a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty like racially, it doesn't matter to me. If she's fine, she's fine. I don't really like have a. So
Yeah.
what's your preference or?
What is my preference? Well, I mean, I've been around the globe and done it all, but right now my preference is just a nice Italian girl.
Nice
you know what I
Italian.
mean?
Have you ever dated a black girl before?
Of course. I mean, I've dated all
Asian?
women. And Asian was actually my first thing that I went through after prison.
All right.
That was my
Lucky
first
her.
agent.
You just throw some love.
I
Is
didn't
that what that was?
want it. Woo.
Asia holding it down.
Asia holding it
Yeah,
down.
baby.
Hey, it's only up from here.
It's only it can't
That's
get
what I
worse.
told. I was like,
Can't
dude,
get worse.
we're gonna do
It's
big
been
things in this
8.5
world.
long years.
Yeah, were you like? Is that the first thing on your mind when you were getting out?
Dude, the first thing on my mind, actually, weirdly, this is kind of embarrassing. Shout out Subway. Was
Hey.
foot long Italian BMT. I was like, dude, I can't wait to get an Italian sub.
No shit.
Like immediately, that's
That was
what
your
I
first
wanted.
stop.
Hell yeah, that's what I wanted. I mean, I had
Wow.
steak and shit in prison, but I ain't never had no good Italian sub. And I was just like, yeah, it's got to be Subway too in my mind, you know.
Wow. No Jimmy
Dude,
John's
Subway
for you.
needs to give you a fucking something for that.
Right.
Just give you a card with all the Subway subs for the rest of your life.
I mean, dude, they should. I
I
mean,
mean,
I'm way cooler than
real.
that Jared pedophile motherfucker.
Well, that fucking guy,
Wow.
like,
If they gave Jared,
That
Jared,
bitch-
I should call up Subway today.
You should
We should
tell
get
your
him on the
story,
phone,
bro.
and I should tell him. I should be like, motherfucker. That was the first thing I wanted when I got out of prison because I swear to God it was. And there's got to be some visual proof. I should be the spokesperson.
Get out,
I'm
bro.
being serious, dude. I'm not even fucking around. I'm being 100% serious.
Subway should pay me because
After-
you know what? I am not a pedophile.
Bro,
They should pay
after that
everybody
guy,
that's
there's nowhere but up. Okay, there's nowhere
We
but up
should all
after
be
that
able
guy.
to call
we need
them.
to get Richard to be his manager.
Dude,
Make that happen.
no, dude, I'll tell you this. I should sue Subway just because I always looked up to you guys. And you guys ruined my vision.
Listen.
I am going to Jimmy John's and like it's terrible
You
over
would've got
there.
it
I
much
can't
faster.
fuck with Jimmy John's right now. And I really want your shitty ass bread and your free unlimited salad toppings in my life. And
You
I
just
need
did a
it now.
commercial right now. You just didn't even know it.
I did. I need their fucking. I need their bread that smells
Listen,
like a laundromat, and I need unlimited spinach.
We know
and
the
onions.
perfect guy to broker this deal. He's a
Yeah.
good friend of ours. His name is Richard. He's a manager. He does all kinds of cool stuff.
I need to meet
This is the
Richard.
guy. We'll put you with him, okay?
Hell yeah.
And he'll hook it up.
All right.
You'll be eating Subways.
I
before you know it.
I need to be eating Subways, man. I like Richard. I don't know Richard, but I like.
You
people
like him
named
already,
Richard.
that's it?
His name's Richard.
Hey.
you know what I mean? He's going by Richard instead of Dick. That's always a strong
That's
point.
right. His name is
I
not
like
Dick.
that in Richards.
There you go. He's right. He's
I like
right.
that
Hey,
quality
man.
in Richards.
Now that we've covered the sex topic.
Right. So that's. Do you like sports?
Dude, I
What sports do you
love
like?
sports, man. What sports don't I like? I fuck with, you know I love football. Shout out Dolphins. We're out here making moves. It's
Yeah,
gonna be-
Dolphins are making some moves.
Dude, the Dolphins literally ended the Patriots dynasty.
That's it.
We beat Tom Brady in the last game of the season that made him
See,
not
this
get
is
the
enough. Enough
to
is
not
enough.
get the bye. He didn't get the bye because of us and had to play that first week, and it felt so bad. And that's the end of Tom Brady. And now we're signing all their good players, and we're like, come to us. And now we might actually have the best quarterback in the AFC East, and my boy Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Some kind of way he's hanging out. Hanging
So you know
around.
what I like about it? He stays loyal.
Oh, dude, I'm a
You know, he lives in Atlanta,
Dolphin.
but he didn't say, you know, Atlanta Falcons, this
No,
and that.
I'm
You know,
a Bears fan, so
right? You know what I
I
mean?
would
Like,
get it.
but that's rare though, because somebody will move to another city and be like,
I
oh,
went
they're
to
my
the-
team now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
I
if they
went
win
to
it.
the.
Right.
I went to that fucking. There's like training camps and shit in the summertime, and like I show support to Atlanta, but if the Dolphins playing them, I'm going with them.
Of
But I'll
course.
tell you this: I moved here right after that fucking Super Bowl shit, and like I'm like, you know. They're gonna come back. They're gonna win the Super Bowl. You know,
That
they're gonna
one.
come
Oh,
back
yeah,
up.
yeah.
And like I was like amped up for it to happen. It's like, oh, they sucked even worse.
Dude,
it's
that
like
was
you
so
suck even
ridiculous.
worse. And I'm like, damn, the Braves gonna do good. I'm going to some Braves games, and then like I'm sitting down like on the court for the Hawks games, and it's like the Hawks suck. You know, like damn.
I actually went to a Hawks game a couple weeks ago. Not the last one, but the one before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they went to double overtime.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
pretty good. That's the first one I've been in a long time.
That's probably the first one.
I mean, that young guy, the guy Trey Young, he's like beast, man. And like I went to the Heat game. I was at the Heat game when they played there, and fucking he went off for 50, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Jit Ballin, I was at his birthday and shit when they did this little birthday party thing. They threw one for him at Buckhead Saloon or whatever. And I was like, damn, I've been impressed by him all through college and shit. I mean, I'm loyal to my Heat. I'm loyal to my Miami roots. You know, I'm gonna keep it there for the rest of my life.
that's what's up, man.
And like the Dolphins have never given me a Super Bowl personally, not in my
They
lifetime.
was good before you, huh?
Yeah, they were good
Yeah.
before
They
me.
beat my Bears in '85.
Yeah.
I'm still a little upset by that.
Still mad?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I've got a bunch of fucking Hurricanes national championships. I got 3 Miami Heat national championships, and I got 2 Marlins national championships.
Yeah, they-
So like, I got championships. You know what I mean?
So you like The Rock because he's from Miami. He's a
I
Miami.
fuck
He
with
played
The
at
Rock.
Miami.
Yeah, he played for Miami. I fuck with The Rock heavy. You know what I mean? I've always been a fan. I think like I liked him a whole lot more when he was in wrestling and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always liked The Rock. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not a huge comedy movie, and like he does that same character kind of. So I don't know. I liked him in Ballers, and I like to see him like I like him being a badass, and that's his role.
More of an
man.
action kind of guy.
Hell yeah. I
Than a
really liked
comedy.
this, like when he was talking though, when he would really be talking. He was like a stand-up comedian when he'd be out there on the mic as The Rock, you know.
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, when he wrestled. Oh
He
yeah.
did great, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
it
was
make you
great.
laugh.
Like,
Every time.
And he was like a way bigger entertainer when he was doing all that and talking for like 5 or 6 minutes. And he does great at what he does now, but he's kind of even like dumbing it down with like the kids vibe, and he's like doing
Yeah.
Jumanji, and it's
Yeah.
like, damn. Now you're kind of making like, you're turning yourself into a cartoon character.
Hey.
Which you were like I mean, he is a
Like
badass.
200
I'd trade places
200
with The
plus
Rock.
million.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think he's the highest paid
Yeah.
actor. And then him and his ex-wife own the production, $7 Production.
Mm-hmm.
And they started that. They're
I definitely would
killing it.
trade places with The Rock. I don't know if there's like a genie out there that would like.
You
could
would or you
magically
would
do-
not? You said you
I
would.
would.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely would trade places with The Rock for like, you know, I don't know if I do it for eternity, but you know, for a good week. You know what I mean?
A week?
A good week.
Oh man.
It'd be a fun week. I ain't going to
Man,
sleep
this
at
hardest
all.
Working
Yeah.
man in the room, shit. Huh?
Yeah. I just need a week, 7 days. And
I
I'm
need
good.
7 days. I
I'm
just
good.
want to go to Bali as The Rock. You know.
Oh shit.
He's already got a plan.
I don't want to be like on the movie
Go
set, like
wear
stressing
Rock's
about this
body
shit.
out and give it back to
Yeah, it's like, here you go.
Here,
It's gonna be all messed up.
It's like filled with cocaine and Jägermeister. Here.
The Rock's body does not look like The Rock's body after 7 days.
Enrolled in microorganisms.
Yeah, right.
Go do 100 pull-ups now, motherfucker.
So you work out now or no? What are you doing?
I do 10 pull-ups when I go up the stairs every now and then.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I do very strenuous sexual activities.
Damn.
And, you know, I gotta keep it. I mean, I'll tell you this. Drinking Jägermeister to me is a contact sport. You know, I go hard with the party mode, you know what I mean? And like I smoke a lot of weed and like I do a lot of like lifting. I even got
It's
this.
a different kind of workout.
I got a 3
Tony
foot.
works out, but he doesn't.
I got this 3-footer bong and like I'll like have to
wow,
like
that's
hold
It's
it
heavy.
like this.
It's heavy.
It's heavy.
You gotta stretch.
Yeah,
on your bicep,
because it's like
right.
blown glass, and it's like, you know, I gotta balance this over here. I gotta
Right.
light with the lighter, and I gotta,
gotta
pull the
focus.
carb. I gotta carve it out, and it's like, dude, this is like a lot. And I mean, I've seen that break grown men before. I've seen it break them, make them throw up. And
That's. I mean, there's a lot going on there. It
and
really
like,
is.
I'm like, dude, I walked into that store that day, and I said, I've been training my whole life for this.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Give me that one.
Give me the big fucking
that one.
giant bong.
Give me the
Lungs
giant
have
one.
never been the same.
All right, good. Well, health is important, so I'm
Big
glad to
lungs.
see you work out.
Yeah.
It's important.
I could also have like the worst house in the world. I don't know.
You're
My
like
girl
on
tells
the
me I'm
other
like-
side.
My girl tells me it's horrible. and
Does
I'm
she work
like-
out?
Yeah, she does like CrossFit and shit like that. So like she's like throwing it on me.
Has
She's
she
like,
ever taken you to CrossFit?
I
Let me
do-
know when that day happens, because I'm coming there with a camera.
I think I do good at CrossFit. I'll tell you, I really like to do burpees and shit like that.
Yeah, you
And,
do.
like, I
Damn,
really-
straight
That shit at
burpees.
all.
I love burpees. Like burpees are actually my favorite. Not like the little. I'm not gonna say pussy ass ones, but the normal ones, not those ones. I really like to do the burpee where I go down into my squat, hit my push up, and then jump out of the squat and hit the pull up. And that's my burpee.
Oh,
that I
like a
Used to
real
call
one.
those squat thrusts.
Yeah.
the squat thrust into the pull up, and like I'll hit the pull up on, and you gotta have the big pull up bar. So when you jump as high as you can jump, you're still not there. It's not like you jumped up there on the bar. You gotta go on that tall one where you still gotta all the way pull yourself. I tell you those like. Once you do like 10 of those in a set, you're like wore out. And then I used to do this other fucking exercise, and I still kind of do it somewhere. I'll sprint 40 yards and then jump down and do 20 push-ups, get up, walk for 10 seconds, and sprint back, and then do another 20 push-ups and do that. If I could do it 20 times, I'm like, I'm feeling good about myself.
You should. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good fucking workout, man. For anybody. How often does that happen, though?
Right.
Well,
That's
it used to happen every day in prison. Now,
Oh, in prison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sound like something. I'm locked up. I ain't got shit else to do.
You're trying to train to escape and shit. You know what I mean? Used to have it every day in prison, but once I got out, I got Subway.
When I get out of here,
I got some weed. I got a bong. I got
I
a
get out
girl.
of
I got a Chinese girl.
Yeah, I got a Chinese girl. You know what I mean? Like everything just stopped. Like, okay, that's cool.
Now it happens like once or twice a week.
I fell off.
Yeah,
I'm only going 15 times.
right.
Matter
Okay.
of fact, if I make it down and back once, I'm like, good. I'm like,
That had to make the years go by quickly.
Oh man.
yeah,
Oh,
dude,
man,
it was
right?
like, yeah, it was like, you know,
Because you're so damn tired, you didn't know what day of the week it was. Like, what? It's been 3 days?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! It would go by
I'm about to go
so
train
fast.
so tomorrow can hurry up and come.
Right,
Fucking
exactly.
ready to come.
Exactly.
Now I do some pull-ups. I got a pull-up bar in my house right by my stairs. Every time I walk by, and if I'm in the studio, hit me like 10 sets of 10, call it a day. Hit me like a little jogging, and I'll do that little thing with the sprints, like maybe once a week, if that. Do some burpees, and then I'm like, yo, all right. I feel like I'm
We're
still,
done.
I feel like I'm still getting good. Eat me a little plant-based diet. I'm telling you, if I eat that plant-based diet, I'm like, it's like a
Hey,
real
well, you know,
Percocet.
Tony's all about the healthy eating tip because
Yeah, I gotta have my meat though.
I still eat my meat. I can't deny it.
I
And,
do have vegan meals. I may even have vegan days, like when I do my 7-day. That's all.
and I care
vegan.
nothing about the cows.
Well,
and
actually,
shit.
no, it's not vegan, because I do bone broth. Never mind.
Bone broth.
damn it, Tony.
I only go plant based because of this Netflix documentary where they say that like your boners, like it's scientifically proven that you're gonna get like 500% more boners during your sleep, and they're gonna be harder. And I'm like, dude, that's what I need in my life. You know what I mean? I need to be
500% more. Yeah.
500% more. I need to be
Who
paying
does it?
shit. I need to put like holes and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the curry place and I'm gonna
Even
get
if you
some
don't need it,
veggie
you still
curry.
want that shit. It doesn't matter. You know?
You want
33, yeah, of course.
I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking, I gotta keep it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then I do a lot of cocaine and drink a lot of whiskey, so I gotta like supplement. So I gotta like cut down on the red meats over here that are like killing it because you know
Everything in moderation.
I'm over here like taking it a little hard, you know, and like once you finish fucking Susie, you still gotta have something for Pam. You know what I mean?
How long does it take you to recover from a night out on the town?
Oh, dude, I'm going at it in the morning.
you
Half the
good?
time I don't barely
Yeah,
even go
you
to sleep.
still-
I go to
you still
Miami. You know, I'm doing fucking laps and fucking the booby trap at like 9 a.m. I'm like doing laps like, where's the next girl? Dude, my
Where's the
shit
next
is
girl?
crazy.
Where's
I'll
the
be
next-
like on. I'll be like lit out of my mind. Don't even know where I'm at. Don't even know what time it is. I just know I'm in the comfort of my strip club and walking around with a drink in my hand, and it's open 24 hours. So like you can get to 9 a.m. and
Yeah.
like it'd be like, how the fuck did I get here? Who wants to come back to the hotel? And I'll, you know, do it. You know what I mean? I just do it. Once you,
Those days, man.
I mean, wow.
Yeah, those days.
the easiest way to get up early
I can
is to
relate,
not go to
but
sleep.
wow.
But back then, you know, like, I mean, I mean, we've had those days, but for sure. But
I'm still living that, man. Rock
well, you're
star
still
life.
young. I mean, how old are you now?
33, yeah.
33,
33, right?
Jesus' age.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so, like, if I died now, at least I made it to Jesus' age.
33 is the new
What would
21.
Jesus do?
What would
Definitely not
Jesus
all
do?
of that.
Jesus
He
probably
never got to
would
see
do-
34, so you can't say what Jesus, and I'm a year away, so you can't say what would Jesus do anymore once you turn 34. Because it's like, dude, if you were Jesus at 34, you think you'd just be partying your fucking mind out because you're happy to be here.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm still alive.
I'm alive. I shouldn't be here.
They didn't,
We're gonna make this count.
they didn't kill me on the cross? Woo,
Let's go.
Party.
Tony Montana.
I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people that might be offended by what I just said. But hey, man, if I was Jesus and I lived at 34,
Listen, man.
I'm fucking
those are
hungry
just
and doing blow.
those are just the sensitive people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you can't worry about everybody.
We know what you meant.
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Dude, if anybody takes it the wrong way, then that's their thing. You know what I mean? But
I mean, imagine if Kennedy was still alive. He'd be out in this bitch like, coronavirus, bitches. I survived assassination.
all right, cool. Well then, let's just bring it back a little bit to the
To the hookers or the blood?
No, man, no. Hey, let's take a break from hookers, bitches, hoes, cocaine, and stuff like that.
You have any kids?
Do I got any kids? Nah, I don't think so.
That's amazing.
If,
That's what I was. You,
If
I
the
think you were gonna
baby
say
come
I have
born with-
25 kids.
If the baby come born with some glasses and diamond teeth, it ain't mine. Still, I ain't mine.
Hey,
You are the father.
that's
I
it.
am not the father. I seen this show on Maury. And like, if you bet against it not being the father, I swear to God, I watch so much more. And you just watch out there, always bet that he's not the father. 'Cause I'm telling you, 80% of the time, he is not the father. It's not even 50-50.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I mean,
80%.
yeah.
And like, it's usually if the guy wants to be the father, he ain't the father.
When you got to narrow it
And-
down,
It's
you
pretty
know,
bad.
It's,
It's not a good look.
yeah, it's not. Good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Well, fuck, man. It's been
Interesting to say
I
the
was
least.
gonna say awesome. I mean, it's good to have because listen, you have this thing, you have this really good energy. So even
Right.
if you're saying crazy shit, which is
Yeah.
not crazy to me, I know it's not crazy to him. It's not crazy, but you have a good positive energy.
Oh, yeah,
with
dude.
what you're saying. So
I'm like, I'm not out here like anything that I promote. It's my own views, my own beliefs, man. And, you
Yeah.
know, I'm living life the way I see fit because I could die tomorrow, and you know what? I want to experience this shit while I'm here. So that's why, like, I'm not out here actively telling people to do acid and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But I think everybody should do acid. Everybody
Try
should
it.
experiment.
Ayahuasca, all that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And,
live
like,
life. It's good to let people know. It's okay
Oh,
to.
hell yeah, man.
It's okay to walk your path.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
100%.
Yeah,
I did
walk
all,
your path,
all
dude.
those things and more.
Yeah.
So you good.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Don't-
that'll be on the
All-
pay per
all I
view
need
this
is a
year.
little more time, and
Yeah.
we'll come back in like 15 years and see what the story's about.
That's
Oh,
it.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Way
you
to
gotta
go.
come back, brother.
Where to go? And they'll be like, dude, hell yeah, man. Like, I'm like starting this health food club over here.
Yeah. You start a soy restaurant. That could be his next thing.
A soy
Guys,
restaurant.
come on in.
I'm like, and I'm rapping at the door. And I'm
He
like,
actually
"Come
looks like
on
Jesus.
in."
He's got long hair and a robe.
Hell yeah. Serving these noodles, man. And I'm like, dude, these are plant-based diet. I got these lentil noodles.
There you go. Hey man, it's been awesome having you here.
Yeah.
You definitely have to
you
come back
coming
and talk to us. And best of luck with everything.
Oh, hell yeah.
For sure, brother. Nothing but love.